Well, hey there YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam. Thanks for hanging out with me again today for a little while. And today we're going to have something very cool that showed up, and something I was not necessarily expecting to get, and I'm blown away by. So recently I had the Thundershot what's on the wall video, where I have basically the whole Thundershot family except for one. And the only one I'm missing was a Terra Scorcher. And, it's just weird. For some reason, I've had it on my list, but it just kind of keeps getting bumped back by, other cars that pop up and come up for sale. And, it's been available for a while, so I've just kind of been putting it off. And now it is getting a little bit scarcer to find. But, I just kind of have not pulled the trigger. Well, Keith from RC Icons saw the video, commented, we chatted back and forth, and I offered to pay for it, and I even offered to pay for shipping, but he was like, no, dude, I got you. And next thing you know, I'm getting a package in the mail. So this shows up at the door, and inside is a brand new 2020 re-release Terra Scorcher. So this isn't the original. The original came out in 1988 on part number 58075. Now this is the 2020 re-release of it, and this came out on part number 47442, which the 47 denotes it's a limited edition run, but it's been available for the last 3 years. So I don't know how limited it is, but regardless, thank you so much, Keith, for sending this to me. I'm really stoked to have it in the collection, and this finally finishes off my Thundershot chassis set. So now I have everything from the Thundershot to the new Saint Dragon release and everything in between. So if you guys are not familiar with Keith and his RC Icons channel, go down to the link below. There's a link to his channel in there. Pause this video, go to that link, subscribe to his. He has some of the coolest old vintage RC cars. I have learned so much in the last month and a half of watching his videos about RC cars I never even knew existed. He has everything from super cool, rare, old race buggies to just kind of off-the-wall clones and oddities of small companies that I never even knew existed. So please go check out his channel if you're not. I'm sure most of the people that subscribe to my channel are, but if not, please go over there and check his out. All right, enough of that. I've said thanks. I appreciate it, Keith. I'm going to keep saying that. But I'm going to bust this guy open. I'm not going to do a complete walkthrough of the kit. I'm sure everybody out there has seen, what's inside of one of these boxes. And if you want to find a specific unboxing video, you can go find that. There's hundreds of them. I'm just going to get everything laid out on the bench. We'll kind of pan over top of it real slow so you can just soak up all that cool Tamiya goodness. And then I'm going to start building this guy. So as soon as I have some stuff built, I will start taking pictures of it. We'll have kind of a photo montage of it coming all together. And at the end, I will bring you back once we have, what looks like that. Alright guys, so we have a, 90% finished buggy. I still don't have the cockpit in or the driver figurehead in there. Just have not had time to paint that yet. So that is inside waiting to get painted, but I did get the decals on and the body finished and all that stuff, so I just wanted to bring you back and check it out. So everything went well with the build. It's a Thundershot chassis. It's nothing majorly different other than the rear sway bar in the back. Everything else is kind of carried over from the Thundershot and all the other kits. One of the the main difference with this one is this one does have the upgraded drive shafts. This one has turnbuckles all the way around, so you can adjust, your camber, your toe, the rear camber. Rear toe is set by the arms, but you also have the rear sway bar back here, which this is the only one that has that. And of course, it still retains the front sway bar up front. But, all in all, these are super fun builds. The body's not on yet completely. It's Velcroed back here. So one of the things with this one is I like the body shell of this one. This has much more of the Thundershot shell where it covers up and you don't see the battery kind of sticking out, where on a lot of the the Thunder Dragon and the Saint Dragon and the Fire Dragon, you kind of see the battery much more, and this one kind of helps cover that up. You'll still see some of it, but not as much. And it's just a great looking buggy. This little separate rear wing that kind of almost incorporates itself with the body looks really, really nice. The white wheels look great on it as well. One thing with the body is you're basically only holding it on with the front pin back here, and it slides in underneath of a back piece back here, and it has Velcro that holds it on. Now, you cut the Velcro and fit it to the piece it slides underneath, and then you have to attach the Velcro to the body in kind of an undetermined space. So what I did is once I got the body finished, I slid it on, got it down on the front body post, and then put some blue tape across the back and marked on with it with pencil where it needs to go. So I have it needs to go here and in between these two lines, and that worked perfectly. I slide the body back off, stick that Velcro on, and then when you slide it back up underneath there, it's lined up perfectly and holds it on very well. The decals all went on easily. These are the trickiest ones. It's really easy to get creases and crinkles in this because you're kind of folding it over, so you're lining it up here, and then you're folding it over, and this has a bit of a curve to it, so you kind of just have to slowly work it down and be really careful. I did get two little minor creases in it, but nothing that's is going to visually stand out as issues. One tiny minor thing that happened is basically I painted the body blue, and this little vent area back here is supposed to be silver. So I painted everything blue and then pulled that piece of tape off, painted the whole entire car silver just because I didn't want a possibility of a little patch there. So I just sprayed the whole body silver, and then I came back and put a couple heavier coats right there on that spot. And in order to try to keep the body and the wing identical looking, because you don't want one standing out as a different color, I backed the wing in silver as well, and then once the silver dried, backed everything to blue, so when you look through, it's nice and dark in there. You're not seeing bright shiny silver, nor are you seeing silver underneath the wing. Evidently the blue and the silver were still a little damp and puddled up right here in these two little dents in the wing, because you got to set it upside down letting it dry, and there's just a hint of color bleed through there. There's no way you would see it on camera, but just a word to the wise, when you're doing something like that with two different colors, make sure that first color doesn't have any really wet puddles, because it's really easy, especially with wings. You have so many little creases and crevices and stuff like that. The paint tends to slowly seep down in there and build up a little pool. You want to make sure that's good and dry before you put your other colors on, because a little bit of bleed through may happen. The paint gets in there and intermingles and shows up. And again, like I said, from this far away you can't see it, but I did notice it when I peeled off the protective coating, that I could just see a little bit of highlight of lighter blue right in there where that silver and blue mixed a little bit. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to get this one out running right now. Two reasons. One, it's not fully complete. I don't have the driver in there and the cockpit in there. But two, we just had the hurricane kind of pass through our area yesterday, Friday and into yesterday, and it was just been rainy and yuck, and the track is just a muddy mess. So I really don't want to get the brand new shiny car all muddy. I hate mud. Actually, I love playing in the mud. I just really loathe cleaning muddy cars. So we're going to let the track dry up for a few days. I'll get the driver guy in here, and then we'll get it out for a run. We'll get some lap times on it, all that good stuff, and, you know, bring you back for that video. So for right now, we're just going to wrap it up. And again, huge shout out to Keith. Thank you so much, Keith, for sending me one of your extra kits. I really appreciate it, and it is fantastic looking. All right, everybody out there, be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See you.